Back while South Africa has got yet another foreign loan, this time from Germany and France. The over 10 billion rand is to help the country's energy transition as we move away from coal. President Cyril Ramaphosa signed the agreements with the two countries in Egypt on the sidelines of COP27. But there are concerns about a lack of transparency and accountability regarding the financing. The Alternative Information and Development Centre is concerned about how these loans will be paid back. For more on this, we join now by the Centre's Dick Forslund. Dick, thank you so much for your time this morning. Let's speak a little bit about perhaps the concern with transparency, especially concerning some of these loans that have now been given to South Africa. Should we be rejoicing and saying, yay, well done, we've got the help of the West? Or is actually this a moment in time where we all need to reflect as a country about who's going to pay back these loans exactly?
Yeah, I think we should not rejoice, and we should wonder why the government is taking loan after loan after loan in foreign currency. I mean, this started in January this year with the $750 million loan, which the finance minister really couldn't explain in parliament why the country needed it. But that was anchored in the so-called country partnership agreement with the World Bank. And in our view, and if you read the text of this country partnership agreement, this is a very big factor behind the harsh austerity policy, which has been sort of, where you now have a confrontation with the unions in the public sector. And you have all these things of cuts in health, education, and so on. Then you have the another World Bank loan, and I suppose it's also anchored in the same framework, and that was 2 weeks ago for repurposing the Komati coal power station of $497 million, and now you have this for 600 million euros. And I mean, the government, and we don't need all these foreign loans. And it is an issue here, even if there are some concessionary lending, that it is kind of it's lended to us at a lower interest rate than on the market. There's the problem of the exchange rate of the rand. So these loans can be very expensive if the value of the rand is dropping. And that is why government usually, and the treasury historically, only have had about 10% of its debt in foreign currency. But I mean, secondly, it's questionable, as there are local funds available to try to go over to a low fossil fuel economy. So that is why we don't understand why the government wants to tangle up so much with foreign exchange, foreign currency when it comes to financing this transition. And the secrecy is evident. I mean, the country partnership framework, there was no debate about that. It was signed in 2021 without any public debate, and we don't know the conditions of this new loan either.
Yeah. Dick, would you say that this is an attempt to do away with the sovereignty of South Africa's energy sector?
Well, I don't think that there's a sort of plan or a sort of outright plan to do so, but I think it's objectively it will lead to this. It is a part, I mean, in the framework with the World Bank, and in the, I would guess, almost by certainty in this recent loan, I mean, the lower the interest rate, is almost like communicating vessels. The lower the interest rate and the more concession when it comes to interest rate, the more harsh are the conditions. That's a fair guess, and the conditions will be about sort of letting in foreign capital to own and the new power stations in sun and solar or whatever that is needed. So I think that will be the objective result, and I think it's rather that the government doesn't care about that we are doing away with our energy sovereignty.
We have to leave it here, Dick, unfortunately. Dick Forslund from the Alternative Information Innovation and Development Center. Up next.